Hey guys, welcome to my video. This is a F3A race, a silver race that I did not too long ago. Unfortunately, I'm still getting used to this whole capture process and everything else, so I'm hoping to get this a little bit better on for you guys a bit later on, but this is a quick one. I just wanted to get some content out there. So, yeah, missed the first couple of laps. Basically, what happened is we started in fourth, had a bit of a off because of a stupid error on my own part. We've dived into the lap here under safety car on lap 3. We came in position 9, and yeah, we're just going to chuck some fuel in it, which is the strat we do with F3A, basically, because it's a fixed setup race and with a fixed fuel amount, you can chuck fuel in to run to the end now. So we're no tyres, straight to the end, and we'll see how we go. One of the reasons why I chose this race to start, one of the reasons why I'm sort of persevering with a not as good, like I didn't have the recording all that well, as this is a really good race to watch. So here we are after the safety car restart, just getting stuck back into it right now. We're green right now, coming around. So like I said, we are currently 16th. We are down a fair bit. However, like I said, we are at the moment, I am second place car that has pitted. The first place car is actually my teammate, which is 2 cars up the car in front of me now, which is about to be 2 cars up the road. Unfortunately, we run into a bit of trouble, which is a bit of a pain, but we'll sort of see how that goes as we go down this go down through here. We both get a good run on this guy here, and right now I'm just trying to keep out of trouble. Like I said, we're first and second that have pitted, so we're in a great position for this race. Everybody else still has to pit. I think there's only about 4 or 5 of us that pitted, but we managed to get out in front of everyone else. So right into it, getting stuck in, basically, just finding ourselves a groove. Like I said, I qualified 4th, so we definitely have the pace in this race. There's a couple of bits and pieces we need to fix up as the thing goes on. I didn't quite get as much practice as I wanted to, but yeah, let's sort of see how we keep going. Into lap 6 now. Still, another thing I will actually point out now as well is unfortunately, again, the way I recorded this, I made a bit of a mistake where I didn't have all the live telemetry and stuff I should have had, and I've had to do a post-race recording, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah, so you will only get updates on laps and positions at the end of each lap, unfortunately, and I apologise. It will be better for next time, but we'll keep digging in. Spinner in front of us. Unfortunately, what I don't know at this point is my teammate actually got damaged from that. So there's a car in between us. I think at this stage we're up to about P11, P12. So I got a great run out of this corner. This car in front of us is a bit slow. He was holding me up, so I wanted to make a move. Now, this is where I found out my teammate's got a bit of damage. Now, I am trying to sort of box him in a little bit, but he didn't take any notice of it. Now, what happens behind us is, unfortunately, he gets into my teammate. We get hit with a whole heap of damage. I'm on about a 45-degree down angle with the steering wheel, on my steering wheel, and the car is loose as hell. So I've dived back into the pits here, sort of gone, okay, at least I can drive here, it's not the end of the world. My teammate towed, so he's just up the road here. Very, very frustrating, especially since we have cars number 1 and 2 that had pitted, and all because unfortunately that gentleman couldn't keep it on the track or out of us. Yes, okay, it was an aggressive move from both of us, but it was something that we sort of we're trying to play the team game, but just to sort of barrow into both of us was a bit annoying and very, very frustrating at this point. At this point, what I will say is that I was a little bit upset. So we're back on track now. As you can see, I'm probably a bit aggressive with the driving. Good thing is with this series is at least we get a fast repair. So fast repair is in. We got ourselves a new car, thank God. And yeah, we'll get stuck in and just run through as far as we can.
Roger.
Okay, and here we are back again. We're back into lap 9, as you can see. We've fallen all the way down to 18th position, so Not very happy at all. Basically back with the back markers, and we're just going to have to, like I said, get into the race and just put myself in a rhythm, back up to 17th, clawing through some slower traffic, as you can see. A few lap traffic as well. That guy sort of didn't really want to give me the place, which was a bit frustrating, so he pushed me wide, but still into it, still just chipping away. And as you can see, we're sort of we've gotten back to a couple laps down the road. We've gotten back into a fair bit of traffic. Here I've gone deep and gone for 2 cars in the one corner. Like I said, I wasn't very happy at this point. I think I was lapping a good 2 seconds a lap faster than these guys back here. So sort of head down, driving a bit angry, but just kept it in it. We have a great team over at the Summit Sim Sport Shed. The 2 of us racing here. Well, there's a couple of us racing here, but my direct teammate was Chris Stark tonight, and we also had Declan. And unfortunately, John didn't quite make it this race, and we had, of course, one of the better people in F3A Goals, which is Jackson Rehana, which ended up with a podium last season. Absolutely fantastic racer, and he's in my ear, just giving me tips and keeping my head level, which, as you will see going further down this race, was something that I really needed. Back to pave 15, lap 11. Just going through. As you can see, I'm just sort of biding my time, taking positions as I can. I'm trying not to get off tracks. I think I only ended up with about a good 7 off tracks on this race. It's not off tracks, so 7 incident points, which is not bad considering we got a 4x for a fairly decent contact. So I only picked up an off track here and there. So yeah, back down the back straight, really pushing. Like I said, Chris has unfortunately got the raw end of the stick here. He's gone a lap down, which is really unfortunate. He doesn't get his lap back through this race, so that's more or less his race over. Coming down into lap 12 on this beautiful Road Atlanta circuit. Back up to P14, so we are slowly just chipping those positions away one at a time. I know at this point that a lot of things are going to have to go my way for me to get back to the leaders. They are a very long way up the road, but all I'm doing here is making sure that I've got the track position, making sure that I'm just lapping as consistently fast as I can, just to really sort of creep up on them as much as we can. The good thing is we are actually setting the pace at this point as well, so we're really throwing the car around. The leaders didn't have to go as quick as what I did, so at this point they backed off a little bit, I think, and we were able to sort of really put in a good 5 or 6 laps of good, solid, consistent, low time laps. So back down the back straight once again. This F3 car is a very fun car to drive. If you don't have it, I would highly recommend you get it. It's a great car. It teaches you a lot of skill about just momentum and how the car flows, and not only that, actually, just the tyres. Back still P14, up into lap 13. So obviously some lap cars are in this passing traffic as well. This right-hander, as I run wide, this right-hander gave me a fair bit of trouble the entire time. It was a really hard corner to sort of see as you come up over that rise. You sit so low in the car that you really just need... I wish you could see that a little bit more just to sort of pick up that apex. But in the end, it was basically a muscle memory thing. You put it in, and then once you were in, you sort of kept it going. As you can see, we're just coming up to the back of this group of cars here now. And yeah, this is where it starts to get a bit more interesting. Like I said, we're just slowly climbing the rankings, slowly just trying not to put a foot wrong, trying to gain as much momentum through the racetrack as we can. As we can see a car contact just up further. A little bit of a puckering moment there as we go through. This is just after the update. They changed the smoke or the tyre smoke from my racing, and as you can see, you can't see the cars through the smoke anymore, which is quite interesting. So now we've gone up to lap 18. I've sort of skipped forward. Not much happened. We had a couple of people start to come in for their pit stops, which is sort of where our early pit stop strategy really helped us out. We're up to lap 18, position 12. So just chipping away still yet again, just getting a couple of positions here and a couple of positions there. Still just catching the leaders as much as possible as we start to get on the back of this little mini group here. As you can see, there, like I said, there are lap cars here. That lap cars just sort of let us go on the right hand side. One good thing about the F3A is the competitors are extremely good competitors. They will fight you for every position, but at the same time they're generally very good racers, and if they lap, they'll get out your way. And there's a lot of consideration. There's a lot of bits and pieces, and as you can hear in the background, there is a few bust ups as well occasionally. But the organizer of this series, Rue, absolute superstar, and he doesn't take any crap, to be honest. So Rue, if you're listening, big shout out to you, and he's definitely one of what puts this series together and makes it a great series. P12, lap 19. I should really be doing that at the start-finish line. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, I'm getting wrapped up in the home racing, to be honest, and just having a conversation. This is the first time I've done a post-race recording, so something a little bit different and something I'm not really used to. So, like I said, bear with me. This is the first recorded session I've got. First time using Premiere Pro. First time recording off of iRacing, so it's a bit daunting. And yeah, this quality will come up. It will get better, but just bear with me for that first little bit. As you can see, got a run here. Pushing right up the inside, and I'm going to go real deep into brakes here. He relents. He gives up the position and just slides on inside as we get another one up. And yeah, here we are. We're really pushing forward a bit here now. We're up to lap 25, up to position 8. This is where, like I said, the pit stop strategy really has sort of come into its own. We've really started to climb some positions. Yeah, a lot of people have had to dive into the pits. A lot of people have had to go get fuel. As you can see, we're in a little battle pack here. We've come right up inside them. And as we got to the top section of the track, you can hear there's been a bust up on the radio, and that people are waiting to tow. Still coming up, and as we can see some cars in front of us, and just now the yellow flags have been waved, and we have another safety car.
Just stay there, guys. Two cars on the left hand side of the track, guys. Caution, lower your speed. Safety car's coming out anyway.
And at this point, I am pumping my fists and going, thank God, up to 8th place. And here's the safety car restart. 8th place, and we've got a restart. We're back in this game. So this is where it gets interesting, boys and girls. There's no more cuts now till the end of the race. So, as you can see, it's on for young and old. Now, like I said, I've got my crew chief Jackson. This guy just dives on the outside, and I've sort of backed right out. I didn't know where he was going to rejoin, and I was like, if the last thing I wanted to do at this point is get all the way back up here and have someone spear off in front of me. So Jackson's yelling in my ear, basically, stay smooth, stay calm, and that's more or less what I've done here. I'm letting them all get into each other and just sort of sitting here. I know I've got the pace on. I think, every car here but 2. At this point, we're, I think, slightly slower, and by slightly, I'm talking tenths of seconds. So I know I'm basically on the pace, but there's also a whole heap of people in this field that have sort of managed to have a good run to the start of the race, but now the safety cars come back out. It's a big decider. You can see one of the guys here in front of me. He's given up the position, and as you can see, every single car here now is a car that's battling for position. So we're going to have a run on him here. We're up the inside. Very hard to get done here. He sort of comes in, squeezed me in. As you can see, someone diving off on the left-hand side. So there's another position, P7. In this series, they don't just let you free tow. To tow, you have to ask for permission. That's to give it extra level of realism, and it's also to sort of give a bit more of a strategy when it comes to safety cars and just how cars are on track. It makes it sort of feel a bit more realistic. Back down the back straight here again. You can see I've got a good run on this guy again. I'm going to go to the inside. Now, what I've done here is I've sort of let him go to the outside, but you can see just a slight bit of contact here where he's come across onto me, but thank God it hasn't hurt us at all. He doesn't want to give the position up, but got the move done, and that's the main thing. We actually got a 0x for that, so there was contact, but nothing to be worried about, and that should be P6 into lap 30. Couple of laps to go at this point. I know I have to sort of start making my moves. Like I said, we are faster than most of the guys here. Really just working on hitting those apexes, keeping the car smooth. These cars are real easy to sort of light the rear tyres up and heat them up, and once you do that, they're slow. So it's all about keeping the momentum going. Into the top section of the track. This corner here on this track, I don't know what it is. I struggle with it every single time. As you can see, I've lost a little bit of time to them. It's something I have to work on myself, but we will get there. Got a good. I say let's catch his toe through here using a lot of curve as much as you can. I sort of lift off the throttle just through that second apex, but you want to sort of really be getting as much throttle on as you possibly can. Now this feels like deja vu. Got a bit of a run, but yet again, very hard to make that move stick on the inside. What I'm basically doing is sort of setting up as much as I can, just trying to sort of put my nose there, try and make him sort of give me that little bit of a space, but not try and do anything silly that's going to ruin both our races. Nice clean run up to the end. Into this double right-hander. Got a little bit of aero wash there, unfortunately. But this time I've got a half decent run off of there. Oh no, I haven't. Must be the next lap, I'm sorry. Lap 31, still in position 6. Just working on him. I love the sound of this car. As you can see, I'm much better under braking than him there, and I'm much better through this section of the track. Yet again, got a bit of a run on him, even though I touched the curb there. Right. Just coming up. Yet again, putting my nose up the inside, but just more to say that I'm there, not really to do anything drastic. Absolutely boned that corner, unfortunately, this lap, so he gets a bit of a run here. But as you can see, two of the guys in front of us, they've had a bust up. So here we are. We are now in position 4 with 5 laps to run. That's it. So put myself in a fantastic position here to get towards the end of the race. All my job now is to get on the back of this battle pack. We have First up the front end. Now First is actually lapping slower than all 3 of us. He managed to get a gap He managed to get a gap a bit earlier on when he from the restart, but now second and third are catching him, and I'm catching second and third. So I'm just outside the toe, unfortunately, and that's sort of what's hurting me for a couple of laps here. My job is to just get under that toe, get under that wing of third place. I don't want to do anything drastic, and right now Jackson, like I said, my crew chief, he's sitting, mate. Yeah, he's saying calm down. All you got to do is be there. Don't do anything silly. I'm not going to lie. I'm a racer. I'm a racer at heart. I've grown up racing motorsports. I've grown up racing video games, everything, go-karts, you name it, and motocross. And taking it easy is not exactly what comes naturally to me. Unfortunately, I'm someone that always wants to push, and that's why it's always good to have a team member or someone outside of the heat of battle that's there to just talk some common sense into your ear. I'm really, really focusing on getting that last corner before the back straight. And as you can see now, second and third are right up on first place. I've still got I think I gained half a second or something like that, maybe even less, but we still have a few laps to go, unfortunately. I do have some time. I'm biding my time. Lap 34. Another thing to keep in mind is that we have done an extra stop than all of these people, and on top of that extra stop, we have also not taken tyres. Most of these people would have taken tyres, so we are a little bit looser than the rest of them. Now, that does come into play later on in this race. So, and now what I will also point out is, I don't know if you caught it in the outside view back there, but all of a sudden there's been a big bust up behind us. So us top four have now got a massive gap to 5th, 6th, 7th, and the rest of the field, and it's humongous, as you can see there in the replay. I think that car there's a lap car, and then there's a couple of people just over top of the crest. So we've got a monstrous gap. Now, as you can see, there's position swapping happening in front of us. Again, making sure I keep calm. And here we go for lap 35. Now we're in the tow. Now we're in the position we want to be. So we just got to keep in the tow. We got to just make sure there's no mistakes. Make sure there's nothing we don't do anything silly. As you can hear, there's quite a bit of chat going on in the official channel. Again, I'm sorry for the recording. It wasn't supposed to come out, but hey, adds to ambience, right? This is the second last lap as well, so after this lap, we're on the final lap. Just gotten back inside the tow, just starting to creep up on them. Making sure I'm there. And as you can see, the guy that was in second has passed the guy in first, last lap, like I said. But he isn't. First place is not getting out in front at all. He's sort of able to stay. Everyone's able to stay with them, and here we go. Last lap. Again, like I said, I'm planning a real smooth and real sort of a real calm race here. I don't want to throw away any positions. I don't want to do anything silly. I am in the championship race when it comes to this series, so 4th place is a good position. At the same time, though, I do want that race win, and as you can see, they're starting to bust up. The guys in front are both starting to they're all starting to get amongst each other. They're all starting to throw the cars around, and they've gotten slow. They've got a slow run off of that last corner, and I'm coming, and I'm coming quick. Now here's where some exciting bits happened. Second goes into first, so first is gone. These two have got a horrible run, so I've gone, okay, I'm going to go on the outside. I get pushed wide, and unfortunately that's where my race goes wrong. Really, really frustrating. However, that's a lap car, and I still somehow managed to finish the race in third. So I still get on the podium even with that spin right at the end. Yeah, absolutely ballistic race, and almost got done by fourth, but just sort of got in there in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, it was an insane race. Third place though, got to be happy with that. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. Of course, this is one of my first videos, but yeah, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Instagram. My gamer tags are up there, and yeah, have a great day, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.